me. I'll give it a couple minutes here and see if it goes out. But we are here in Cal City. Did you get a Well. Hello, everybody. Come on in. We are just arriving to Cal City because I got a phone call. The phone call was very interesting because, as you all know, as of, probably the last couple months when I talk about this, I continued to ask, when would there be a grand jury indictment? When would they start for a grand jury indictment? Well, we received a phone call that there was a couple small white buses with quite a few Kern County Sheriff's Department vehicles, with people scouring all over the area, walking in the field next to the home, on the street. And that, to me, when I saw the photos, what it looked like to me was possibly jury individuals on a field trip to see the possible crime scene. And that is the location where they claimed that the boys went missing. So the fact that, this here, all right, folks, shows this case is not a cold case. Yes, over a year later, 100% correct, over a year later, we're going on 14 months. And Steve, I'm going to guess that it's going to, some of the people that are going to be arrested is going to be Jacqueline and Trezell, possibly the grandparents also, and maybe a couple other people from the local area here. I always figured there was going to be at least 6 people arrested in this, and that's what I've always stated. Yes, we can all definitely pray that this is the beginning of the end for the boys to get justice and the families to get justice. We just as you know, food always sounds good to me. But I'm going to bypass where the house is real quick, and I'm going to go see if there's action where I think there's going to be action in this area.
Dana Meyer, yes, this is for Orrin and Orson.
If I see people, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I am not going to zoom in. I'm going to keep a wide lens so nobody can be recognized, especially if it is by any chance a grand jury. We can all definitely pray for a grand jury. That's one thing I will be hoping for. Hello, Danny. Well, as you know, I followed this one. There was a city car right there. Mm-hmm. For anybody logging on, I received phone calls that there was police activity with activity of other individuals at the Cal City home of the missing toddlers, at Jacqueline and Trezell's place. And then I was told that they could very, you know, I was told that they came out this direction after they left the home. See? So my guess is they went way out there because I know there is other stuff out that way also. But I'm not going to go all the way out there. I'm in a little car. I want to get stuck out here. That's for sure. So I'm going to turn myself around and I'm going to go back to the location where I know they were definitely at, because I saw pictures of them scouring the whole area of that home. And there was definitely over. Okay, this is what brings me to the possibility of a grand jury, because there was over 12 people at the location. Alright, folks. So, anyways, as I was stating, there was well over 12 people that were at this scene here. So, you know, that's another thing that leads me to wonder is if there actually was grand jury. We'll go over, and I mean, I'll post the photos later. But I do have photos of the scene while they were here. Hey, folks, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. I know it's been a while. Sorry about that. But there is the location right there. And, oh, yeah, there's tire tracks throughout here. There's fresh tire tracks throughout the dirt. That right there, folks, I'm going to back up, is the location, as you all know. And this whole field right here had people scouring through this whole field next to the property and down the road. So we know it has to do with this location. Well, long time no see, Doug. But, and it doesn't matter who comes on, folks. Everybody is welcome as long as everybody's respectful. I've always been that way, you know that. But we know this place, since they were here, we know that this place is still part of the investigation. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This place is a part of the investigation. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They were here. And we know they were here. We have photos that we will post later on. Oh, well, we know there's no firewood. We know that 100%. But I had eyewitnesses that saw the people here. I will have, you know, some videos and so forth later on that we will put out. I won't say, we don't know. We know they did ask for, hello, Lady Queen. We know that they did ask family members for DNA in regards to the boys. That was a while back. We also know, there's a lot going on with it. We do not know if they went into the house yet. I'm gonna have to wait till we get to the house later and check out the photos and videos that we have. Yeah, that was a big part of their story, was that he was supposedly looking for wood. And he also stated, here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, folks, because there's nobody around here, so. And he said that gate right there is where the boys came out of. They were scouring the area, looking at everything, looking at the field, walking the street. But the night that he said that the boys went missing, I do not believe that's the night they went missing. But law enforcement also said it was suspicious and foul play was suspected. Hello, Purple Knights. How are you? There's so much that, I think there's a lot that's going to come out on this case, because that night that he said they went missing, there were no footprints besides his coming out that side gate. And the dogs in the back did not bark. Not only did the dogs not bark, law enforcement said that most likely it would have had to have been two people to grab both boys, because one person probably could not have handled both boys kicking and screaming. And there were no footprints leaving the location. And if you walk in here into this dirt, I did it just to see a long time ago, the dirt was actually soft. So if you walked in there, it left prints. And then a couple days later, a young lady brought her 3 or 4 year olds over here and let them play in there, and you can see their footprints very well. So to me, honestly, it feels like they are doing the grand jury investigation. That's what I've been asking for a while, was a grand jury investigation into this, because they may not have enough to go the other way, but a grand jury can get an indictment. Kcsd is Kern County Sheriff's Department, for anybody that wants to know. See, normally it will be Cal City or Bakersfield. And that's another thing that pushes me towards an indictment, is the fact that you have Kern County Sheriff's Department escorting people here on buses. Not Cal City PD, not Bakersfield Police. Danny, you're right. It should have been Kern County from the beginning. But I'll play the devil's advocate here. It would appear that Cal City Police Department did not know exactly what was going on, due to the fact it was a reported missing child, 2 missing children, and from day one, it got weirder and weirder throughout the whole case. Yes, they were the boys. Okay, Lady Queen. I myself, I think the boys made it to this home. There's been too many search warrants served on this location, and somebody from CSI had stated during one of our lives that she stated she would not have been here if this was not considered a crime scene. I believe the boy. I 100% believe the boys were here. I don't know how long they were here, because the neighbors did state that they saw children, but then right after they moved in, they never saw any more children come out of the house. And the parents, one of the parents at a time, would take the dog for a walk, but never with the children. That's another oddity. Because when you have children and you have dogs, when you go on a walk, you usually take your children with you. But my guess is that home that we're staring at right now is the crime scene. This home and possibly one of the other homes that belong to the West family. Roxana, I don't think the apartment is a crime scene. I'll tell you why. Because they never served Remy. They never served warrants on that apartment building. Remy is active today. I want to say, I think it was September or October that they moved into the home. Everything about this... Remy, Rob, get off him. No, nobody knows where well, I don't know exactly where Jacqueline and Trezell is at, but I heard some very unflattering information that I hope is... Stop. That's enough. You're screaming for no reason. Who knows if they're even paying the mortgage on the house? They may not be. But...
That's why Lord tapping in. You see how I'm tapping in on there.
Alrighty, we'll talk to you in a minute.
Yes, Roro, you're right. But yes, Kern County Sheriff's Department was here, and they walked around with a whole bunch of people, which came in unmarked vans, like bus vans, that eventually left. For anybody that wants to know. No, I don't know back. But somewhere out here.
What?
The biological parents were cleared a long time ago. But what I was started to say was somebody sent me information, which I hope it's false, stating that Jacqueline and Trezell had another baby. And I pray to God that's false information. Because if they have another baby, wherever they're at, that baby needs to be taken from them immediately. There's been all different things. There's all different places that have been stated that Jacqueline and Trezell were. Somebody said that's true about that.
No, they said CPS is supposed to take the baby if it's true.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
If it's true, but they didn't say it is true. They want to know who currently owns the house and wants to the bank.
There's been words of both sides that it could be the West or it could be the bank. We don't know for sure. But we're going to head out of here, folks. I'm going to go park somewhere for a few minutes and see if I can look at some videos and photos and see if they actually went in. So we will come back in a while. No, the boys do have different fathers. They have different biological fathers. That was not a rumor. That is the truth. But I will be back in shortly, folks. Give me a few. I'm going to go check some stuff out, and I'll come back on. God bless you all. Thank you. And we'll be back.